Holy shit! The Walking Dead Season 6 finale was probably the most chilling, terrifying moment I've ever seen in the show. Negan's entrance, absolute cinema. The most threatening, dangerous way to introduce himself. Negan was aura farming that entire episode. In just a few hours, he asserted dominance over Rick. He crippled the group physically and mentally, breaking Rick past his breaking point. Something no villain up to that point had managed to do. The Governor and Gareth, they were nothing compared to what Negan did. He took out the group's strongest fighter, Abraham, and then took down the one person who could hold the team together in Glenn. In the most brutal and savage way imaginable, not even the Governor would have gone that far. The fact that he made Rick beg multiple times, coupled with Andrew Lincoln's phenomenal acting, really made you feel the suffering and the sheer threat that Negan posed. Negan wasn't all talk, he was action. He was the first villain who pierced the hearts of the entire group and drove chills down their spine in just 5 minutes. He wasn't just cruel, he was smart. Instead of wiping them all out, he spared them to use them to further expand his kingdom to produce for him. He established his presence not just through violence, but through psychological domination. Not only did he kill Abraham and Glenn, but he also dragged Rick through a mental hell, playing with him like a puppet. He made the entire group feel like they couldn't do shit, that they were helpless and alone. You could see the suffering in every member of the group. It was like they all just wanted to die on the spot. In fact, Negan really spooked me when it looked like he was considering to kill Maggie, stating that he should put her out of her misery. I know Maggie obviously survived everything, but Jeffrey Dean Morgan's acting was so damn good. The way he postured himself like he was really gonna actually take a swing at Maggie really got me. Right before he confronted the group, it was some max level aura shit. Negan ordered the Saviors to leave Rick and his crew with no options, and this was all part of his plan to lure them into the woods where Negan and his Saviors had been long waiting. That terrifying whistle, it slowly got louder as Rick's group got closer to Negan's location. It was intimidating as hell. The sound was building alongside the darkness of the night, with Maggie barely hanging on, lying on the stretcher, and then boom, the sudden flood of lights shook the entire group to the core. At that moment, they realized they never had a chance. Looking around at the overwhelming number of Negan's men, it hit them that they were screwed from the start. Even before that, you could see amazing little details. Rick was already looking troubled, panicked internally when he realized that the Saviors were everywhere. He realized there was way more to the Saviors than the satellite outpost. Rick knew he fucked up, and his face showed it even more when he was forced to his knees in front of Negan. The fact that Negan could do this much damage to the main characters, the ones who always made it out, who had taken down so many villains, gave you the feeling that Negan was a monstrosity that couldn't be stopped. Season 7 episode 1 just solidified it. Negan didn't just break the group, he shattered them. The mental games he played with Rick in the RVC, pure psychological torture. Negan forced Rick to the edge, making him think about cutting off Carl's arm just to prove a point, just to show that he owed him. Negan literally chained Rick like a fucking dog. Negan was willing to do whatever it takes to get everyone to bow and submit to him. That's some max aura villain shit. Negan wasn't just flexing power, he was redefining it. He wasn't chaotic like the Governor or desperate like Gareth. He was calculated, patient, and terrifyingly charismatic. It's giving me Joker vibes. Antagonists who usually have this sort of behavior tend to be one of the best in film history. Just from watching the Season 6 finale and Season 7 Episode 1, I can tell that Negan is the best antagonist in The Walking Dead, and at most, if not a top 3 antagonist in The Walking Dead. And with his redemption arc later on, he definitely secures a spot as the top 10 TWD character. I haven't seen any episodes after Season 7 Episode 1, but I'm really excited to see what Negan has in store. I mean, yeah, I've already been spoiled seeing all his kills, but I really want to see his backstory and what led to his character. Negan's a true menace. If you ask me, this guy is way more evil than Murder Jacket Rick in Season 5. You ain't convincing me that Negan isn't more of a monster.